What is up, the world of the living? My name is BluJayGames. Welcome back to Truly Bedrock. Friends, in the previous video I actually did a little bit of a whoopsie. I promised you to show something and never actually did. So, behold my storage room of storageness. It is very storagey and it is very roomy. Okay, it's actually not much of a room because it doesn't have one of the 4 walls that you need to become a room properly, but it's still very cozy and I love it the way it is. So, that. Well, what does it do? Not much. Really, it expects you to come back from the mining trip. So you go digging that way, you go digging that way back, you dig all the way back, and you open your inventory and drop basically all of the blocks. Nope, not on the site. Ah, damn it. I'll get it out eventually. Yeah, you drop all the blocks, all the ores except for diamonds and non-blocked ores into the here, and it just sorts it for you. Yeah, it just sorts it, plops it in the convenient chests. Yeah, see? Those are our items. Slowly rising into the thing, rising to the cost. Can I have my andesite back because I'm not filtering for andesite? Yeah, that's something I really had a little bit of a backlash from my friends. Even, what's his face? Morendil even called me a little bit of a traitor for not keeping andesite in this system. But at the same time, come on guys, can you blame me? It's kind of useless. Yeah, you can just make andesite using diorite and cobblestone, so why filter for it? Why waste an entire chest array? Anyway, these filters are a tiny bit different from the filters you would usually use, in that they have a bit of overflow protection, and that a bit of overflow protection usually goes only to 3 blocks, but in my case it goes all the way to 4 redstone length, which means that we have our filtering block as 60 flipping 2 of the particular block in here that gets no overflow protected, basically. I'm not sure if that's a smart or a good way to do this, and hoppers on Bedrock, I've been told, are basically randomized. Like, it randomly decides to go down, it randomly decides to go sideways, but with this filter, I have yet to see a single block pass the filtering line. So, this here, this is where all the gravel goes. Yeah, you can see it blinking in and out of existence. None of that is happening in here, which is basically not the result I've been getting on the single player world, and I am confused, and it works, and that's all I want from it. Today I was hoping to work on the town of the Moonfall. Just first I want to attempt to restock my diamonds shop, because something tells me I need to do that. And I've brought entirely the wrong kind of material in here. Okay, let's just stock up on diamonds for no reason, just to kind of show off. And holy poop, somebody went bonkers on them. Okay, let's reincorporate all these pebbles back into the system. And yeah, I need to start... Yeah, I need to start dropping iron. Wow. Wowzers, that is a lot of things. What is this about? There is a realm member struggling to keep hold of her things. Please continue. Anything you have to put a smile on their face. What? This is a hopper line, isn't it? Oh. It is not. Okay. Okay. I am okay. I'm fine. Here. Have some money. Alrighty, this is interesting, this is fun, this is great. We've been provoking people to buy money and to spend them for our iron. That is amazing. Also, we are kind of out of stock of with the money books. That is kind of a problem. Well, I guess we need to smelt these after all. I mean, alternatively, we could just sell them as is, because 1 ingot still amounts to 1 ore. But, you know, let's just not get hung up on that. Really, let's not stand in the way of progress, shall we? Smelting iron, smelting iron, smelting iron. You know what I hate about it? That even if I just hook up a line or even just 1 blast furnace to this, because really 1 blast furnace idly smelting ores is enough to work with the amount of time I spend around this place. So it shouldn't be a problem. it shouldn't be a problem. The problem arises when you realize that it also needs fuel, and I don't have a shortage of fuel, but I do have a shortage of patience. And you know what uses up your patience really, really fast? Yeah, having to put fuel into furnaces manually. I wonder if there's a way to walk around that little hiccup. Introducing this garbage. It's garbage, and which at the same time can be used to smelterate things in general. What is the problem with bamboo, I hear you ask? If it can be automatically harvested and it can be picked up by hoppers and put into the lower part of the furnace, what is your problem, Zloy? And my problem is that this flipping thing takes forever to grow. Yeah, it does. So, if I build in a bamboo farm, I will need either a ginormous one, or, I don't know, I'll need to somehow create a steady surplus of bone meal to, yeah, you know, to make a bone meal powered one. So, yeah, but Zloy, I hear you ask, couldn't you just create a small bamboo farm and let it run in the background all the time? It will stockpile and it will eventually, yes, see, this one grew, this one's nice, it will eventually overflow anyway. Well, yeah, that is true, but also at the same time, if I drop a bunch of iron ore into a furnace, and if there is not a stockpile of bamboo, I wonder what will happen. Oh, yeah, here's a problem. If the overflow is on the bamboo side, it's fine, it's great, it will work out. But if I channel into the system way too much iron ore, we might end up in a position where the iron ore is piled back, bamboo isn't piled back, and sticks are coming into the system one by one and not at a speed high enough for iron ore to smelt. You need 4 to 5 sticks of bamboo for one iron block to appear. And that is just, yeah, that is my personal, just professional opinion. That's like, you can put that on a cover of bamboo book or something like that. That's why people just generally use it for kelp smelteration, but even then, it's garbage. It's kind of garbage. And kelp farms, well, you need, what, 5,000 kelp to have a composter? Let me just double check. Here goes a hopper, here goes anything, and we put, and we drop, and it should go... and somewhere after half a stack of kelp will be funneled into the hopper. That's when we will get our bone meal. If we are lucky, that is. Oh, would you look at that? Guessed almost exactly. Yeah, that is a lot of kelp. Thankfully, we're not alone on the server, and somebody on here already has a system exactly like that. Well, exactly like the bamboo feeding into the furnace and kelp feeding into the furnace and kelp feeding into the composter to create bamboo, that kind of stuff. And it really works, and it's really efficient, and it's really cool, and it's also this size. Yeah. Wow. I mean, admittedly, it does work to support not one, but several smokers. Automatically, at the same time, filtering out smoking kelp into the thing, and you might note that, yeah, he's using kelp blocks instead of bamboo. I wonder why that is. Yeah, this is SlackLizard's base, by the way, and no, I didn't come here to steal gunpowder from him. How dare you? How dare you assume that I would do such a thing? I want it on record that I found his gunpowder chest. And did not take anything from it. I refuse to even steal from a system that is not automatically filtered. And let's rub that fact in. Why don't we? Where's the ladder back up? And no, I'm not vindictive. It's called direct marketing and it works, damn it. So, I'm glad we spent over 10 minutes pontificating about this, because for now I'm just gonna... I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, and put, like, what, 9 stacks of coal blocks into it? Just as a way, really, that is just a temporal solution. I want it again on record, and I want all of you to know that that is. Because I really do want eventually to figure out a system that will provide me with nigh infinite smelting fuel. Because that's something I love. I love super smelters. Super smelters are really, really cool. And we will be super smelting quite a bunch of stuff later into the season. But right about now, I'm just gonna take a stack of coal, shove it into the goblin, and be done with it. And I'm gonna use a stack of coal and not a stack of anything else, because generally, I actually get iron in like 1, 2, 3, 5 stack stops. A stack of coal is probably not... No, a stack of coal is enough to smelt 4. I'm pretty sure 16 coal should smelt anything. Anyway, point is, this will last us a while, and after it stops lasting me a while, that's when I'll figure the rest out. Really, I just need a bit of a funk about it. So help me out in the comment section, will you? I would really appreciate it. And that's when it hit me. Cactus farms. Cactuses exist. Wow! Did it take me forever to realize? Check this out. Remember, we used to need like a lot of kelp to create a single piece of bone meal. However, cactuses are different, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Let's have ourselves a little race. Lever, please. And, I don't know, some sort of a block instead of bamboo, please. Boopty. And we'll put a stack of kelp versus a stack of cactus. And we'll see which one reaches the bone mealable condition first, shall we? We have a winner, friends. We have a winner. Alright. Now we're talking. Now, biggest difference between a cactus farm and a bamboo farm. And also a kelp farm, because we're not doing a direct bamboo farm. Cactus farms don't require any pistons. All they require is space and water. Meaning that if we make a cactus farm that just constantly outputs, let's see, how much cactus? Basically 10 cactus just successfully converted into bone meal. Meaning that all we have to do is create a pretty steady 10 cactus. I've built a cactus farm that big on the, on the Sadly Vanilla server. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna funnel cactuses into the composter. Maybe a couple of composters. We're gonna funnel bone meal resulting from it into a bamboo farm. And then we're gonna funnel the bamboo that the farm produces into a furnace. Blast furnaces. Except we still need to prevent this tiny bit. So what I feel we could create is a system that just locks a hopper leading into the furnace unless it has enough materials in it. It's gonna be bulky, it's gonna be terrible, it's gonna be awful. But still, somewhere on the line from a bamboo farm to the actual blast furnace, we can make some sort of a system that will be like, okay. There's enough in this hopper here. Let's let it run for a bit. Let's let it actually deliver this batch of bamboo into the furnace. And now that it delivered, let's lock it back and let's make it work a tiny bit more. So now, though, now comes the best part. Friends, we need to build this monstrosity. Remember, cactus into bone meal, into bamboo, into the furnace. Wow, is this way more convoluted than I expected. So I gotta just note that this is the longest it ever took me to build one furnace. Also, please don't ask me why I'm not taking damage right now. I myself have no flipping idea. Well, there might be a bit of a problem because the design I tried is the one I usually use in Java Edition, and so far I've not seen a single piece of cactus fall down there. All of them seem to be just sitting up here, and this needs to be remedied. I'll change the cactus farm design to one that is just flat and uses, instead of full blocks, actual, you know, not fence posts, but the other ones, the iron bars, because they have no hitbox, so the, you know, the blocks will not prevent the new cactus that pops out from falling down into the water stream and being delivered. But that does mean that we will have to go more flat than high, which honestly I'm okay with. You know what? Let's do that instead, because I'm getting the impression that we will be able to just make it into a fundament of some sort, just asphalt over it, pretend that that's a road or something. And so the cactus farm is more or less completed. I mean, alright, not really. As far as the cactus farm go, it's a cactus farm. It produces cactus. You only need so much cactus in your life, so it's really hard for me to be like, oh look, a cactus farm, it's efficient. It doesn't matter if it's efficient or not, you don't need that much cactus in your life. But we're not making cactus, are we? We're making bone meal, so let's go and see how fast the bone meal is filling in. Actually, let's help it along. Here you go. And would you look at that, it already has like half a composter done. And I mean, already is kind of a tricky word in this situation, because I was AFK, well, not AFK, but like running around the place for a while. So right now the production of cactus by this farm I would characterize as occasional. Occasionally you get a cactus. Occasionally it even goes into the composter, and occasionally it even adds to the composter's count. But mostly it just sits there, and really for an AFK farm it's fine, it's fine. Now, what I could do is I could double this and add either more layers or another side to it. What I would prefer to do is of course mirror it, because I feel like by using the natural elevation of this hill right here, if we mirror this, we could just cover the entire area in a hill and pretend that that was the natural generated area. I think that's what we should be doing, because frankly, once a cactus farm is complete, you don't need to do anything, and that's this offhand approach that I like about the idea of using it to in bone meal production rather than anything else. Because you see, this doesn't have any firing pistons, this doesn't have any active element, meaning that it will cause basically no lag, and it will be incredibly convenient, and it will just work. And that's what I think is best. And if we just cover it up, no one will know that it's there, so it's just absolutely brilliant. The problem, of course, that it does not nearly produce enough bone meal fast enough for us. And also, I kind of think that I might be in the business of getting some cactus for myself. Like, again, you only need so much cactus in your life, but when you are a green boy, and I certainly am one, can you hear it? Click, 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 boop, another layer. And I'm certainly M1 green boy. You kinda have to keep that stuff in mind. So I come up with a system not to just attach to this cactus farm, but to all farms I would potentially do this season. And I would work some more on this, and I would work some more on that system, but if I do, then this video will... Oh, cactus spawned! Are we getting a bone meal? Are we getting a bone meal? We are not. Yeah, if I work on another side of this farm, this video will just not arrive in time for you. So what I decided to do is I'll show you the concept I created. Well, not created. Well, okay, come up with. Okay, not come up with. A concept, okay? I'll show you a concept in a creative separate world. And then, most importantly, another bonus to not having this video come out forever away from this particular point in time. You get to comment on it, and I get to see what you guys think, because honestly, I always say you guys are probably smarter than I am. So, take a look at this. We got this cactus farm, represented here by a single cactus, feeding into a hopper line going this way, but before it goes that way, it suddenly takes a turn and delivers into this chest right here. So, this way, because hoppers pass downwards before they pass sideways, or at least that's how they should be, that's how they should do, the system fills this chest with cactus, and only then starts to output it into a composter. That way, if I ever need cactus, I instantly get it from this chest, And if I don't have enough cactus, like a full double chest of it, then the system does not, does not drop the new cactus into the composter. But what's the beauty of it? Obviously, you don't need cactus every day, but when you do, you do. So you can just grab it and it will refill itself, but not to a point where you haven't too much cactus, because there is such thing as too much cactus. You don't want to just store have like double chest upon double chests of cactus. You want to have useful stuff, like bone meal, for example. So we got cactus feeding into the chest, but if the chest is full, then that goes into the bone meal, and the bone meal is produced and creates bamboo, which then goes into a super smelter of sorts as the fuel. But the beauty, of course, of this is that we don't have to do it only with cactus. In reality, because of the way the villagers work right now, you don't need that many pumpkins or that many melons either. So as a result, we could farm all sorts of stuff, only keep a single double chest of it, and the rest throw out into the bone meal production line. And then that bone meal production line would do the bamboo farm, and then that bamboo farm would provide for a super smelter, and a super smelter will use to, I don't know, smelt stuff. I like super smelters, alright? I like them. My point being, this seems like a fun way of doing it. Not very wasteful, because you still get to have stuff and you get to use stuff. And at the same time, it allows you to basically feel really clever about yourself, which honestly I very much prefer. Also, bone meal can be then used in a teeny tiny sugarcane farm, and I really appreciate it. And also eventually we can hook up kelp for this system and everything else. I just feel it's really smart, and you get to tell me that it's not in the comments down below if you feel like it. If you feel like it's smart, of course, explain to me why it is and why I'm this brilliant, amazing, glorious, very smart person. So I guess that will be the redstone component of our future base. I guess so. But the non-redstone component will have to come too. And I feel like that's what we'll be working on in the next video, because frankly, enough of mechanizing for one day. Let's do some actual beautiful stuff. To be continued. Have a good one. Bye bye.